Hey yo, I'll have to let you guys know it's my duty to tell every single one of you that my dog you see is aching for more game dev. Woo! It's Monday everyone, let's get started! So, today we're gonna be doing some more delicious game dev. What happens with game dev, as you guys may be aware, I will be working a little bit on this game I have been doing for forever, if you count like planning time and stuff, but not really. I've been at this for 2 weeks ish, and this is time to actually get started on this. Or not even 2 weeks, rather. I started like last week. So anyway, it's gonna be crazy. Strap on and let's have some fun with some delicious game dev. Except that today we're not gonna be doing a whole lot of dev, but a whole lot of artsy. I don't know. It's gonna be crazy. Let's see. Anyway, hello there, Oni and 104. Welcome to the stream. The delicious both of you. How are you guys doing in this awesome Monday that we're having? And then you say, oh my dog, you're so wet for this devlog and illustration streams. Yeah, it is actually accurate because today we're going to be doing a whole lot of illustrating and not too much of game deving. But it's gonna get crazy, you'll see. One of us says, what is this music, or what was this music, or both? Question mark. Linky, or is it special for you? It's called, let me check up the name. It's called London _ Fog. It's a music that is available for free on that delicious YouTube music library for creators, full of royalty-free music. It was in there and I got it and now it's mine. And it was not tailor-made for doggy pleasure, 104. And Oni, hello, welcome. How are you doing? How are you? How are all of you doing, you delicious boys and girls? Hope you guys are doing mighty fine today. It is a delicious what's it called again? God damn it, what day is it called again? It's a Monday, that's what it is. So, Monday it shall be. I'm gonna open up the art thingy. You can't see a whole lot of art, because there's not a whole lot of art going on thus far. That is about to change. But just to let you guys know, changes will happen when I click up on this button right here. Boom! There you go. Now there's art in the screen. God damn, the delicious art is there. There's a other thing here I want to change real quick, just because it's kind of relevant that it stays there and shows up whenever and always and every single day of every single time that I happen to be streaming, but it doesn't really matter that much. Where the hell is it? There it is. Found it. It's stuff to do with, you know, streaming stuff. Fake time? I don't want a fake time. Not anymore. You can have no fake time. So now I have to go and disable it and then re-enable it. Is that how it goes? No, it isn't. Oh, sure, whatever. One of us says you're gonna steal it. Don't steal. Fuck damn you, 104. See, this is why you can't have nice things, because you will show up and steal stuff. And then you say, good, only had 4 hours to sleep, but did the best you can to upload your coffee. Oh my dog. Don't stretch it, Oni. If you need to sleep, just sleep. We need you safe and sound and ready to be primed for, you know, our many things that we happen to do with boys such as you that happen to be around every now and then. And if you're not, well, we can do those things that we would have done to you and your naked body, so make sure to rest. Get those delicious 8 hours of rest, or 7 actually. There are studies that indicates that having actually 8 hours of rest is harmful to you. So you should not have 8 hours of rest, you should have just 7 or 9, never 8. Apparently, statistically speaking, or something, people that have been recorded to sleep for 8 hours every day died earlier compared to people who didn't sleep 8 hours a day every day. So go figure. The statistics are there, but if you want to check it out for real, all you gotta do is go to Crackit, and I'm sure they have the article there somewhere. I actually read this on a book that they published, but the book was a few original articles and 70% recycled from their sites, so it's the same thing. And we have this. What is this, you might be wondering? Well, let me tell you, my little inquisitive friend who keeps asking questions every day. Dog damn, every day you win your questions. This is a... what the hell is this called? This is a scene that I'm gonna try and recreate on Unity. It's the scene for you can go in there. Why the hell not? It's a scene that I'm gonna be recreating on Unity, which is the scene in which Nathan meets with his shrink and they have a delicious talk, and they decide what the hell they're gonna do or not. Or rather, you, as the player, get to decide for Nathan, because he has been possessed by you, the player, who now gets to choose what he says and does. Kinda like the investigators on that old-ass cartoon, Carmen Sandiego. I don't know if you guys remember that or saw it, but it's more or less the same. You're the player and you get to decide what the hell he does. By he, I mean Nathan. So, I explained this before, but I'm gonna re-explain this because I don't remember if last time I explained it like in a way that everyone understood or were in the same page. So, doing some re-explaining might be good. And also, hello there, Wolf Rain, welcome to the stream. Also, welcome Marcus and Sam. So many people in here, so early in the morning. This dog damn morning, it's 7 in the morning right here. Except it isn't. I'm confusing you guys with words. So it's my time. It's my turn to do that now. 104, you said that the background is artsy enough. Not really. It's kind of shitty. I'm not gonna make it good because I'm gonna see if this works to begin with. So I'm kind of doing a random-ish background here. So just not gonna throw color or detail or anything, just gonna have like default pictures, put them into Unity, see if they work and how well they work, and then if they work, then great, I can go back into Clip Studio and, you know, polish them a little bit more. If they don't work, then I will spend a little extra time on Unity trying to figure out what the heck can I do to make it work. And one of you also said, no, take back the arty background, the coffees look great, Oni. And Tiger says, good morning, Doug. Good morning to you too, Tiger. How are you doing? How are and is every single one of you doing today, by the way? How were your mornings? How are your afternoons being? And how do you predict that the rest of your day will go? The rest of it that does not include me and the stream, that is. 104 says, yes, I need Oni to come to into your stream for 1 minute and then leave forever. And he can't be in your stream for that 1 minute if he never sleeps. Oh. Oh, 104, does that mean that Oni is your daddy? Because he's never there. Is that so? Tiger says, how about coming to your stream and then sleep? 104 is a good idea. Onion says, cause you're busy working, you dork. 104 you also said, you are always busy working when you stream, but never when Douglas is a stream because you hate me but love Doug. Oh, don't be jelly, 104. And Sam says, greeting Mr. Douglas and everyone, how are you all? We're doing good. I am doing good, I hope you guys are doing good as well. On Wolf, you said, it's dinner time for you, what are you talking about? Already went to work and everything. Oh no. Yes, I tried to confuse you, and I should not try to bamboozle you, that's not very nice. It's actually 1 in the afternoon here, 1:15 to be precise. Which means that daylight savings are over. So now I'm 1 hour behind in time now from what I was last week. Which means that now I'm going to go back to doing streams in the morning. So no more streams late in the afternoon. There's going to be streams early in the morning, starting 9 in the morning here my time, which would be like, let me do math, it would be 4 hours ago. So 4 hours ago is when I would be starting my stream in this new time that I'm gonna be doing tomorrow, Wednesday, I don't even know. But anyway, back to early morning streams, everyone. Sam says, so it seems this is a stream where I will say my goodbyes to you for now, Mr. Douglas. I will work my butt out to be able to use the internet in the council room. You're doing just fine. You should not even be watching streams in school to begin with, Sam. But sure thing. If you are already going as it happens, then I will be seeing you later. Hope you have a great day or whatever time of the morning or day or week you're having. I think we're on the same, what's it called? We're on the same time zone now, isn't it? Well, nonetheless, thanks for stopping by, Sam. Hope you have a great day. And as it happens, I can't have this thing here. I need to erase this delicious little line. There we go. And now to paint it with white. Lovely. And of course, it's usually Germany when people are in your time zone, so that's how you guess things. And then he says you're working hard and being judged by one. Don't judge Oni, one. And one for you says, yes, Oni is your never there daddy. He said he was gonna be home with you on Christmas, but he just worked forever. Aw. He didn't even give you a gift. Also, our daylight savings is still in effect. Well, let me know when it ends or something. Should we even have that? Isn't it like winter over there? Anyway. Sam, you said that we're in the same time zone now, Mr. Douglas. You're not leaving until the end of the stream. Oh, cool. And then it says, fine, I'm judged for your hard work. Maybe you should just quit working hard for one time. Not really, you shouldn't. Working hard is one of the best things you can do as, you know, as a living being, as a human, as I like to call them, or rather as a worker of any sort, kind, shape, and or form. Although, it can be quite embarrassing to be working hard, because, you know, not everyone is very fond of people being hard in the job, so maybe be careful with that. But other than that, good on you, Oni. Good on you. Let's paint this room white. Why white though? Because I'm not gonna color this. For now, I'm just gonna be throwing in some base colors just to see if it works. By it, I mean the whole animation system thing I'm trying to do on Unity. If it works, then like I said, I'm gonna go back here and polish things up. If not, then well, then we will start troubleshooting, which should not be very fun. But I didn't even explain about what the hell even is this this plan that I have for animations in this thing here. So the deal is, I'm going to be animating the characters, because this is going to be a visual novel. You probably have heard or seen visual novels everywhere. Except that I always had this, I never actually did have this sort of problem with them. But I was thinking, what in the world can I do to make my visual novel stand out more than your average Joe visual novel? And one thing that every single visual novel that I have seen thus far have a problem. And that problem is they show the character in the middle of the screen. So for example here, pretend that the back of the head is turned to you. So let's throw in an eye here. Okay, so now I have a face. So pretend that this is a character and he's looking at you, the viewer, and he's always in the middle of the screen, which isn't bad. But then shows up another character, so what happens is that this character goes to the side, the other character comes here, and they then start to have a conversation. So now you're talking to guy number A, guy number B, and you don't ever see yourself because this is a visual novel after all. And then whenever something happens, such as, say, one of them punched the other or whatever, you have this little text that shows up and describes, guy number A punched guy number B, and guy number B is now curled up on the floor crying and pissing himself or whatever. And you don't get to see that action. You're like, well, sure thing, storyteller, if you're telling me, then I guess you must be right. Those things are happening. I just have not been blessed with the power of sight into this situation that is going on. And that is not a huge problem per se. It fits the budget. But, there's always a but. The but is that, you know, some people don't very much enjoy the fact that you can't see what is going on. They would have liked to be able to see the characters interacting with one another. So I looked at Persona 5 and I noticed, hey, Persona 5 does that. It doesn't describe ever what's going on. It shows the scene happening and unfolding and whatnot. So maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I should be like Persona and show instead of tell. Problem is, Persona does that with 3D models and shit, and I don't know how to 3D model, because that is a skill that requires a lot of study, which I have not put the time nor the effort into doing. So it's kind of hard for me to go and do that. And Dante says, hired at work, eh? Perhaps we are. Perhaps we will keep on being. Also, welcome to the stream, Dante. How are you doing today? Hopefully you're doing good. If you're not doing good, well, I have good news for you. I have orange juice, and I love orange juice. And that piece of good news should be enough to make your day incredibly much better now. Sam, you said that you're not leaving until the end of the stream, and then you said greetings. And Wolf says numbers A and B. Yeah. Have you never heard of the numerals? It's number A, number B, and so on. It goes on and on and on. Until you're done with the numbers. And you use them to write words and shit. It's quite fun. So this is the couch and this is the flowers. The flower I'm gonna give it just a default grayish color. Because why the hell not? It doesn't even need color, I'm just giving it color because this is gonna be part of the background, truth to be told. So there's no reason to have all of this stuff in separate layers. Except that it kinda makes illustrating a little bit easier, but I don't necessarily need this to be in different layers because they are all part of the same background. And also, keep the Malamute, or Malamute, I don't know how to speak words. Hello and welcome to the stream. My name is Douglas. Thank you so very much for following and becoming a part of our friendly friends flock. Welcome. How are you doing today? In this delicious, glorious Monday that we're having. And I say that because it's the first Monday in forever that I have woke up and said, well, I'm not burning to death now. It's not as hot as it normally is. Which is delightful, and I love it. So I'm gonna throw in the color dark gray here for the character. Because the character is supposed to be in the foreground, so everything that is in the foreground is much darker than everything else in the background and whatnot. Of course, though, there are many clear problems here with the. Let me make the character a little bit darker. Oh, darker, I meant. Just so there's a difference. Alright, let me make the couch darker. That would work. And I did these drawings last time around, and I have to go back and redo them. Maybe the couch should be a couple layers above, considering what they are and how they work in relation to the elements here. There we go. So the way the animations are gonna work, like I previously said, is, let me explain, this is gonna be delicious, just you wait and hear. We're gonna have oh, wait, where are the layers? There we go. We're gonna have like the character here, Nathan. He is gonna be having a little inner monologue. He's gonna be talking to himself, or rather thinking things, and he's gonna be like, so this and that happen, and those and that things are going on with me. That's why I'm here. That's why those things are happening. And then he's gonna hear the shrink, his psychologist, show up, and then he's gonna change into this pose here. He's gonna stand up a little bit straighter, and then he's gonna stay there, and what we're gonna be seeing at first is the door to the office closed, then we're gonna see it open, then we're gonna see, where are they? So then we're gonna see the shrink standing at the door frame with the door open, then the door is gonna close. Damn it, you layers, work with me please. Then we're gonna see the shrink here standing on the door frame. Then I'm just gonna draw like a stepping animation, so he's gonna be something like this, like he's walking to the left. Actually, I'm gonna draw this a little bit better, just a little bit better later on. So I'm gonna draw one single frame of him walking, then invert the legs. So the same thing, but with the legs reversed. So the left is on the back here, then it's gonna be on the front. The next one, and just change them. That so he's here, then he's gonna be here, then he's gonna be here, then here, then here. So in four frames, he should go from the door to the chair that is actually not showing up. What have I done with the chair? Oh, there it is. That's the chair. So he's gonna walk to the chair, and then another frame in which he's gonna sit down. So all in all, the shrink is gonna be like, have like 5 frames of animation, 5 or 6 frames of animation, and only 4 drawings. One of him standing by the door, 2 of him walking, and 1 of him sitting down. So that's the kind of animation, quote unquote, I want this game to have. Kind of this freeze frame animation with very low frame rates, but you get an idea. And also I'm gonna scour the internet for sound effects that so I can play. So when he shows up, the door plays an opening and closing sound. As he's walking, you hear footsteps. And when he sits down, you're gonna hear that kind of fabric noise of a cushion with weight put on it. And due to these noises, the visuals, you're gonna be able to see the action happening. That's so I don't have to go and write. He showed up and walked to his chair and sat down. So that's gonna be more work on the art side, but I think it's gonna be the differential between my game and any other game you're seeing on the internet nowadays, as well on the visual novel side. And it's much simpler to do than learning how to 3D and 3D the whole thing. Anyway, Iruga, hello there. You said you read the word game, so naturally you're here to judge. Well then, aren't you all little Judge Jasons in here? Well, nonetheless, welcome to the stream. And how are you doing today in this very delicious Monday that we are having? Hope you're doing good. So this is it. These are my ideas for the entire animation of this little project thing I have going on here. Any thoughts that you guys may have? Because please don't be shy. If you have thoughts, ideas, little nitpicks you wanna talk about, I'm all ears. I would love to hear your ideas. In fact, it was Oni, he said when I was discussing ideas for the visual novel before I actually started working on it, he told me, he told that when characters talk, whenever they say whatever line is it that they're saying, that we should have a bark. So whenever a character is gonna say whatever their line is, they're just gonna be doing a noise that identifies them, like a little aha, and then they start talking. And whenever that character shows up, they do that little sound. So it's much cheaper than actual voice acting, but it's not as it's not as bland as just having the little dot effects going on. Nothing wrong with the little dot effects, they're just not that amazing as far as sounds go. Okay, so now I'm gonna draw the shrink in those 4 motions like I said I would. And then it's time we export these things into pictures, and then import them into Unity and see how that goes. But anyway, now that I have talked an incredible amount of words, it's time I hear from you guys. How are you all doing? How was everyone's this weekend? I want to hear all the juicy details about your guys' weekends. My weekend, if you want to hear about it, was pretty okay. Well, before the weekend actually, last week, I think on Friday, my boyfriend's father, my father-in-law, he I don't even know the English word for this, but he got into the hospital, so now he's there, and he's gonna be there for another month at least, for some surgery. Well, a little, not necessarily a surgery. He's gonna be doing a blood transfusion of sorts, more like a what's it called? He's gonna be doing some sort of membrane fluid or spinal fluid. I don't know the terms and words. He's gonna be doing one of those for his blood and stuff. And because of that, the thing that happens is that when they take out his, whatever the English term for that is, they're gonna take that out. They're gonna do some very aggressive form of chemotherapy on it to kill cancerogenic cells on his blood and stuff, and then gonna return it to him. But because of this very aggressive chemotherapy, he's gonna have shitty immune system. He's not gonna have an immune system at all, and then he's gonna have to stay in the hospital for a month, under like very close surveillance until he recovers a little bit of his immunity system. Then he gets to go home, but he doesn't just get to go home. He gets to go home and be isolated for another month while his body slowly recovers and his immunity goes up again. So all in all, he's gonna be in the hospital for a month from now, and then he's gonna be stuck at home, stuck into his bedroom without being able to receive visitors or anything for yet another month or two. But then after that, he's probably gonna be a-okay, completely healed, and no more and without any traces of cancer or anything. So yeah, this was like a last resort treatment that they that they were willing to do. Problem is, this is a very expensive-ish treatment to do because of the procedures that come before this treatment. Also, you gotta get down into the hospital for a month at least, and that whole time you're gonna be there. Well, theoretically you have to pay for it, but because we have a kind of okay public health system, he didn't have to pay for it. He did have to wait a while though, and that's where most of everyone's anxiety came from. The long wait until he got a bedroom, hospital bedroom, which he could occupy. Because, you know, while he was waiting, he had to keep doing little treatments to keep staving off the cancer, and then he had to also be lucky enough that the cancer would not spread even more, you know, keep growing while he was waiting for this treatment. Luckily, time schedules and everything worked out, and now he's in the hospital, is doing his treatments, and now everything is gonna improve. All it's gonna take is a lot of willpower from him now to endure the whole treatment, because it will not be easy nor fun. But everyone's kind of in high moods now, because now that he's in the hospital receiving active treatment, he should start, well, he will get much worse before he starts improving, but once he does, that should be it. That this is the final stretch of his long 2-year-long treatment. So, alright. Everyone's kind of a little bit nervous and anxious, but everyone's kind of excited because things are finally going forward. Other than that, so he went into the hospital on the Friday, and now it's and then on the Saturday we did nothing of significant. On the Sunday we went to visit his mother. She's also doing fine. She's staying at home for now. But then we're gonna go. But then on the Sunday we also went out with friends to have, well, quote unquote, to have beer and play some VR games, which we did, and it was quite fun. Except that I didn't played a lot of VR games because I'm the one who owns the VR and I'm the one who was helping people set it up. It's kind of crazy. I felt like one of those shopping mall people that their work is just give you the instructions of how the toy works. Like, hey, you're gonna put this strap on here. You're gonna want to strap these goggles into your head. These controllers into your hands. These are the controllers. I know you can't see me, but I'm gonna talk you through the controllers. I'm gonna hold you in place, so you don't move too much and you don't fall backwards or forwards or sideways. You don't fall down as, you know, motion sickness sets in. I forgot how his haircut is. And then I also didn't get to drink because my lion, he got to drink. It was his time now to, you know, to have a beer and enjoy it, and I was the designated driver. But all in all, it was a nice little Sunday. We had fun, we enjoyed each other's company, we talked a lot, and daylight savings is over, so we're 1 hour behind now. So all in all, that's how my weekend was. And on a little short note, also on this Saturday, early in the morning, we went out to practice a little bit of archery. A friend of mine, he has started taking a little archery course, but he invited us to come and join him. Like, hey, why don't you come and join and shoot some arrows with us? And then we went and we had a little 1 hour class and practice of archery, as in form, position, techniques and stuff, and we shoot arrows for an hour. It was fun. And that was my weekend. Now what about your guys? How was everyone's weekends? And Iruga, you said, oops, gotta leave a bit, I'll be back soon though. Sure thing. And Wolf, you said Saturday was good. Sunday you spent all day moving your sisters to a new house. And all her stuff and her shoes. Oh no. My dog. That must be a lot of work. Movings can be fun, but they can also be incredibly annoying when it comes down to, you know, moving shitloads of stuff. I remember the first time I moved out of my parents' house. It didn't work. It was for like 4 months or something. But the moving in was quite interesting because I packed all my clothes and belongings into a little backpack. Then I went to my friend's house where I was gonna be leaving from thence forward. Also, by the way, welcome to the stream, Nathan. How are you doing today? I took just like a backpack worth of clothes. Then I worked there in my new job for the week, and then on the weekend I went back home, and I convinced my sister and her girlfriend to go with me to my new lodgings and help me moving more clothes and more stuff. So I brought in my computer and other stuff that I had. Thing is, though, you know, my hometown it still is, I just don't live there anymore. My hometown is ridiculously big. It's a huge metropolis. It's kind of like New York City, and I don't have a car. My sister didn't have a car then, and my father was not very keen on the idea of lending his car, so we had to do the moving using the train system. So we packed backpacks with clothes, and then we took the metro, and 1.5, 2-ish hours of travel later, we were in my new home with my clothes and stuff. So I don't know how your moving was, if you guys just like walked around, if you drove. Probably you drove, but still, moving around is kind of crazy. It can be fun. And Wolfie also said, damn, that's a pretty long time, hope it goes well. We do hope so too. And we are almost 100% confident that it's gonna work out. The biggest problem now with this whole cancer treatment that my father-in-law is doing is the whole bit of, you know, the patient is going to, he needs to have a ridiculously high amount of willpower to endure the treatment, because he's gonna be locked in isolation in a hospital room for a month, and it's a long ass time. Then he's gonna go back home and standing there for another month without being able to receive any visitors or anything because of his low immune system. And during this whole time, he also has to have a ridiculous extra level of care with his own well-being. So he's gonna have to take a lot of medicine and eat well, and, you know, general take care of yourself kind of stuff, which he isn't very keen on doing. He's not a huge fan of taking medicine. He doesn't even remember that he has to take medicine. The whole eating and feeding himself well, he might be nauseated because of the chemotherapy. He might not feel like, you know, eating, but he has to, because, you know, if he doesn't feed well, the treatment is not gonna do miracles. He has to take care of himself, and so a lot of recovery and whatnot comes down to how much and how well he will be taking care of himself, and that is only the patient's willpower. Other than that, as far as everything goes, we're confident that the treatment is gonna work. So yeah, we have belief that everything's gonna go great. And also, hello there, Bad Aim Coon. Welcome to the stream. You're popping in for a bit. Well, why don't you pop in for a whole while? We would love to have you around for the other 3 hours that we're gonna be around. And one of you said you have 2 giant couches that you don't want to move. Otherwise, should be fine. You don't own much junk. Well, that's cool. Not owning a whole lot of junk is a good idea. We do have a lot of junk in here, though. If we ever move, it's not gonna be fun. And we live in a place that, well, we live in the 3rd floor of a building that doesn't have elevators, so staircase is the way down for us. But anyway, hello there, Nekiroy. Welcome to the stream. You said that KH3 is fun. No, KH3 is short for Kingdom Hearts 3, Nekiroy. Learn how to write. How are you doing, by the way? Welcome to the stream. And Bad Name Coin, you said that it is. You are in San Francisco. Oh my dog. You guys are doing so much progress into this game. And Bad Name Coin, you have to get an X-ray in a bit. Kidney stones suck. Oh no. What have you done to get yourself kidney stones? Well, nonetheless, hope it doesn't suck too bad, and also hope that you're doing good otherwise. I'm just gonna have the arm the way it was before. That way worked great. It was good looking, it was fun, it was interesting. So I wonder how weirded out, quote unquote, people are gonna be when they see, like I explained before, the idea for the visual novel thing here for the game is that the character is gonna show up. They're in the scene interacting with stuff and acting out whatever he's supposed to be doing, but we will have a close-up view of the character here in the side. So we understand what expression they have, because the idea for the little character models here in the screen, in the middle of the screen, in the scenery, it's just for us to see their body or their body language and their actions, not so much to see their expressions. So if for expression seeing purposes, we're gonna use this close-up view on the corner of the screen. I wonder if that's gonna feel odd or something, or not. Hopefully it doesn't. Also, I'm not gonna go all out in this with character pose and stuff. I'm just gonna make it simple. Gonna keep it sketchy like this. That's so I can see if my animation idea works. Just gonna do the other two poses now. Other three poses rather. And then it's testing time. Everyone loves testing time, doesn't it? So one thing I'm thinking on the way to do these animations is that since all of these scenes will only happen once probably, and there's not a very automated way of doing this, I'll probably have to animate every scene manually. So what I'm thinking is have kind of a background game object on Unity, which is going to be the entire background. Then have animations on it, maybe individual animations or maybe one big ass animation that is everything that is going on. And in this animation, I'm manually gonna put up all of these little things that are gonna be happening, such as the characters walking, the door opening. Not divide stuff by layer, just have everything happen at once. Well, not at once, but have everything happen in the same layer, same file, so to speak. That's so I don't have to keep dividing, like, oh no, this is the layer of the door, so door movement goes there. This is the layer of the character, so character movement goes there. This is the layer for this other background movement that I have not thought of, so it goes there if it happens. So keeping everything unified gives me a better control of a lot of things, so to speak, of when sounds play, how they play, and everything. It gets me much better control of everything, pretty much. The only problem, like I said, is that I have to go and animate everything manually, and so on. If I have to go back and edit something that kind of didn't work very well, I have to go back and animate that manually as well. Or rather, reanimate it or fix the animation. Drawing characters like full body in profile view is always weird because they always feel much thinner than they are. I might have whacked up the proportions a little bit as well, which isn't fun, but it's very probable that I have done that. So giving it a quick fix is always a good idea. But Aimcoon, you're doing good. It has its moments, but it's mostly okay. And then it says blep. What's up, Oni? What's up, everyone? I keep asking how you guys are doing, but no one's answering me. I'm gonna start feeling sad. I'm gonna think that you guys do not want to socialize with me. Is that so? Because I would have loved, and still will, love to go on and keep socializing with you guys. It's amazing to learn all sorts of things and stuff about every single one of you. And by things and stuff, I mean facts about your lives and how your days went and what sort of fun little activities you guys have been up to. And what new hobbies have you taken up on? And what new endeavors you have experienced in your waking moments. One thing that I have been doing, by the way, is well, my lion, he kind of scolded me because now that his vacations are over and he's get back at going to work, he's not having lunch at home anymore, so I'm having lunch at home by myself. And because I'm a lazy ass fuck, I don't very well go and prepare lunch, proper lunch that is. I just go and eat whatever is on the fridge. If it's edible and if it's quick enough to prepare, I will go and have that for lunch. And sometimes I will altogether forget to have lunch because I'm bad at keeping track of time and I get distracted very easily sometimes. So a whole lot of times I forget to have lunch properly. And that's not good. So whenever he comes back home, then we talk and he asks me how was my day and then what I had for lunch. And I say, well, I had nothing. Or, well, I ate apples or this or that. And then he scolds me and tells me that I should have had actual lunch. And then I say, yeah, you're right, I should have. And then he said, well, why don't you start going out for lunch? You cannot, if you're not gonna go and make lunch, I know that you're not gonna go and make lunch just for yourself, cook stuff, so you might as well pick up some money, go down here in the many restaurants that we have around and grab yourself a meal. And I said, you know what, maybe I'll go and do that. I'll walk out to a cool ass restaurant nearby and I'll have some delicious lunch, which I started doing. So this past few days, weekdays at least, I have been going out and having lunch. On last week I went to a restaurant nearby that we had no idea it even existed, even though we're always walking past it, we're walking in front of it, but we never stopped to look and realize and noticed that it is indeed the restaurant. So it was kind of a little surprise, but I said, well, what do you know, there is a restaurant there. Then I went there and decided, you know what, I'm gonna stop by there and grab a bite, see what do they have for food wise. And what do you know, they had a delicious little meal. I had one of the best lunches I ever had in there. Not so much because of the lunch. The food was like so, but the meat was top notch, was very on point, and they had lemon mousse for dessert, and it was like it was awesome, and you don't normally get that kind of treat. And it was very cheap. Well, not necessarily cheap, but if I were to order food I would have to pay for delivery, and that would have skyrocketed the price a little bit. which would not have been good. So as far as things go, it was quite alright. Could have been cheaper though. Buying stuff and making food myself would have been cheaper, but in a way it's kind of like you have to measure how much is your time worth, your free time. But anyway, and then today I decided, you know what, let's just start exploring. Let's experiment every single restaurant that we have around us. I want to go to the other restaurants nearby, see how well they are, how cheaper they are. Because there is a restaurant, like one that is incredibly ridiculously close to my home. It's like 100 meters top. It's ridiculously close, but service there sucks. The owners of the place, they are really not very hospitable. They do not enjoy having people eat over there. So if you decide to, you know, stop by and eat over there, they're gonna start rushing you and hurrying you to finish lunch and get out of there. For dog know why reason. They even have tables and stuff in there, but they don't like people stopping there to eat. So what do you even know? They do make food, takeout food, so you can just put it in a little aluminum bag and take it home and eat in the comfort of your home and stuff. But why? They don't have very good service, and that's why I don't enjoy having food there. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna start experimenting. Let's go elsewhere. So today I went to another restaurant nearby, or at a burger shop. I didn't know it was a burger shop until I was there ordering a burger, because, you know, things aren't very well labeled here. They did not even have a little sign that said what they are or what their name is. So I just showed up there because Google Maps said that there was a restaurant there, and I blindly followed Google Maps, and I found it, and I had one of the coolest, best bacon burgers I have ever had. It was incredibly well served, and it was quite a huge portion even. So maybe I should have not ate as much. Nonetheless, it was very good and I enjoyed it thoroughly. And I will make sure to remember to leave a very good review on Google Maps, just because. And then tomorrow I will not have figured out the secrets behind not starving, so tomorrow I'll probably have to go and eat again. Which means that tomorrow I'll have to go and, well, tomorrow I'll go out to eat, but I'll try and find a new restaurant at which you can find new prices, new everything, new menus, and explore my neighborhood a little bit. See what's what and who's who and where's everything. And Oni says you're a good boy, and by the way, Twitch doesn't allow ad bits anymore because people kept abusing them and buying bits from ads. So you have the hard way to donate. Really? Hi, Doug. Doug, damn it. No matter what cool stuff you have, someone will always go and find a way to fuck it up. Fuck damn it. Oh well, nonetheless, at least we still have all the other stuff you can do to support streamers here on Twitch. And also, hello there, Marcus. How are you doing today? How's it going? I already asked that, I think. Or maybe I have not. Nonetheless, how are you doing today? So I said I was just gonna keep this sketchy, but I'm finding that his proportions are kinda off. It feels very thin. Like ridiculously thin. And Wolf, you said that you should eat. And I should. But I'm not very responsible when it comes to taking care of myself, you know. I'm not very good at taking care of myself. Or at least at remembering to take care of myself, because I get distracted with other more momentarily interesting things. And time keeps going by and I keep mindlessly doing other stuff until I remember, oh shit, it's time to start streaming. Then I start streaming. Or start doing whatever it is I need to do. So thank God I have streaming in my life, otherwise I would not have something to keep track of time and whatnot. Alright, now I'm gonna copy this layer. Oh shit. Talk them. Well, never mind then. I'm gonna erase this from this layer, create a copy of it and another copy, which I will reverse. But Doug, what in the world do you mean reverse? By reverse I mean I'll be taking this thing here. What? How many layers are going on here? I'll take this thing here, this little shrink boil. Wait, why do I have 3 shrink boils? I don't need 3 shrink boils, I just need 2. I'll take this... wait, what? Oh, that's why. Never mind. I'll take this shrink boil and reverse him. I'll have his other arm being here. By the way, I'm still sad. I keep wanting to play Delicious Tetris Battle, or rather Tetris 99, but I can't. And it makes me sad every single day. I keep going by without being able to play Tetris 99 and seeing people around the internet playing Tetris 99, and it hurts. Hurts deep down inside of me that I cannot play Tetris 99. How are you guys coping with the pain of not being able to play Tetris 99? And Nathan, now with the resources. Let me see what you have going on in there. Okay, this should feel reversed enough. It's far from being good. Let's extend a little bit this leg. And extend the other. This is a thing I keep seeing a lot of artists on the internet doing very wrong. Whenever they invert something, they never ever adjust the feet height, and you can always see that the feet, the front and the back feet, they look oh, they're in the same position, and it hurts deep down in my soul that they do not even bother going back and correcting that. It's like, what the hell? How are you not seeing this? How you're not noticing this big blatant error in the way you have done this? But they don't care. And Marcus says, hi Douglas, yeah, I was a little bit distracted. You're fine, and yourself? I'm doing good. I had a delicious burger, bacon burger today. And only you are very irresponsible with sleep. You keep yourself awake with hard work or procrastination. Oh no. And Nathan. Oh cool. That's a nice little chart on walk cycles. However, I am not going to be I'm not going to be doing a full-on walk animation. I'm just gonna have these two panels here. These two little frames. So just from that little resource link you sent me, the picture you sent in the chat, I'm just gonna be using the first and the last pose. No, the first and last pose. Not gonna be using the middle ones. But that is a lovely resource too, though. But Doug, why are you using the only two poses? Why are you not making it a very flowy animation with all steps of the walking cycle and whatnot? The reason why I'm not going to be doing that is because, first, not doing that full-on animation sets a bar. It sets the bar that for the remainder of the thing, I will not be doing full-on animations, so it keeps it easier on me. And also, by not having a full-on animation, it frees up enough time that so I can work on everything else. More important things, such as, you know, actually writing the story and whatnot. I would have loved to go and manually animate every single frame and make this an entire full-length movie. I just don't have the time. And when you don't have the time, you have to make compromises here and there to make it worthwhile while still keeping it true to the concept in some form or shape. And that is going to be by keeping the animation kind of freeze framey with low frame rates. Also, I can always go and make more detailed animations for things that really demands better animations, such as, you know, for example, when we get to the ending where the characters are concluding their long ass journey of self-discovery and learning about themselves and whatnot. Then I can have them go and have a full-on animation of whatever it is that they're gonna be doing. But for right now, for this more simpler stuff that are not very important plot-wise, I don't see the reason for spending up so much time on animations. Nathan says just pick 2-frame and use as a ref. With references you can make this task much better. I will. I just wanna, well, first and foremost, I just wanna make sure that this idea that I have works on Unity. Because if it works, then I can make everything much better. I'm going back and polishing this if it works. But first I gotta figure out how the heck am I gonna animate this in Unity. And then it says, I want Brad or Theo to barista bomb you. What is barista bomb Oni? That is not a sexual move I'm familiar with. So you have to go and coach me through it. What the hell is a barista bomb Oni? Okay, so now I'm out of subjects to talk about. Anything you guys would like to go and discuss? Or ask? And only you will DM it to me. Oh my dog. So it is porn after all. I knew it. Now I'm concerned. I wonder now if there's some sort of sex wiki .wikia with, you know, a wiki link page thing with sexual positions, like, this is the missionary. This is a sexual position that is performed in this way, and you can do it with these many people, and it was originally, it is believed to have come from this age and created by this person, and these are relevant medical articles that talks about the risks of performing this or that sexual move. I wonder if there is a sex wiki, because my dog, just imagine if there was, because nowadays, you know, there is a wiki for literally everything. Whatever it is, if it has a big enough following, you better than believe there's gonna be a wiki for that. Especially something such as sex, which has like universal following. That's gonna be weird. Anyway, Oni says Batista or Barista, you always get it wrong. Mike and Trope says there is probably a WikiHow with illustrations to boot. And then it says WikiHow always gets it wrong. They can't even draw a dog. And Mike and Trope says that's the best part though. Yes, it is. Seeing how the WikiHow artists are incredibly, horribly awful at drawing human beings being humans. So Oni, on how to Batista bomb someone, you grab her waist, pull her clothes, lift her up, and then Batista bomb her. That's how you go down on a girl. I see. It's not as lewd as I was expecting, but it's still something. But anyway, hello there, Seth. Oh my dog, Seth, welcome to the stream. Wolf morning to you, Wolf Monday. How's it going? How are you doing? Thanks for the host, by the way. Hope you're having a jolly good old morning. Mike and Trope says, honestly, if they can get half of 1 people who use their site to stop procreating, success. Okay, I didn't understand what you said. Let me read that sentence again. I wasn't paying attention because I suck at paying attention to stuff. Honestly, if they can get half of the people who use their site to stop procreating, success. What site? WikiHow? But WikiHow is so good, it teaches all sorts of stuff. If anything, you're better off having people in the world that tries to check stuff up on WikiHow than people that don't. People that just say like, my cousin did it, so I know how to do it. And then go and do it. And then they go and show up on the doctor's office and tell a bullshitty story of how they accidentally fell on the thing, or how they were not noticing. They were trying to shoot a bird. And then suddenly they have a knife shanked right on top of their feet, and they're like, I don't know how this happened, doctor. I was trying to I was trying to order pizza. I picked up my phone and I was trying to order pizza, and then next thing I knew, I looked down. There was a knife in my feet, doctor. I how? I don't know. Help me. So yeah, I actually adore the idea of people using WikiHow to figure out how to do something. The best thing even is when WikiHow has an article that is like, so you want to know how to perform a tracheostomy? Well, first, stabilize the individual. Make sure that they are not, first things first, call 911 or whatever is the number for the medical emergency services on your place of habitation, wherever in the world you live. Call medical emergency services. Then you tend to the patient by seeing if they're stabilized, how they are, what they are going through, if there's actually something clogged in their throat, if they're not being able to breathe or whatever. And then don't do anything. Wait for qualified professional service to arrive and do whatever they have to do. And they're like, but WikiHow, I want to learn how to perform a tracheostomy. Why won't you teach me? I would just say that I cannot. That I should actually let that stuff be done by professionals. Why can't you give me the instructions? To which you scroll a little bit further and then it does gives you the instruction to do everything. They just kind of suggest like, hey, this is a dangerous medical procedure, so you probably should not be attempting to do this on your own. So call medical emergency services and stand clear, and don't try to do your best to not deteriorate the patient's condition. But, however, in the eventuality that you are alone in some very remote place with no prospect of emergency showing up, and it's a life or death situation, and you're the only person around who can do this sort of deal, then sure, we'll give you instructions. And then they go and teach you how to do certain stuff. But some things they will never actually tell you how to do it. They'll be like, well, do you want to do this? Well, then first, call a responsible professional and stand clear and let them do their shit. Cause who the heck even are you? Just a young new boy? You don't know how to do that. Also, in the whole process, there will be horrible pictures of people trying to go through these particular steps. Because the people that added WikiHow articles, they don't know how to illustrate very well. And I wonder even if it's like one person that does WikiHow illustrations, and they have inadvertently created an art style, the WikiHow art style. Or if this is a person that have decided to go and make their entire life purpose to fill WikiHow with pictures on how to do everything. And that's their calling. It's to illustrate WikiHow. Because the amount of pictures that there is in WikiHow with that atrocious styles of theirs, they're like way too damn big. It's not like a few handful of articles. There's a chance that any random article you open up on WikiHow is gonna be illustrated in that style. And Oni, you said there should be a WikiHow on how to get Burno Boy Oni. What do you mean? Why get in which sense, Oni? You're scaring me. You're doing me a worry. And I'm too young to get this worried. It's not healthy. For me. It's not healthy at all. What are you doing to me, Oni? Why would you go and do this to me? So this is shrink number 1. This is gonna be shrink number 2. Into the folder you go. I learned of a weird thing too though. Yesterday at our friend's house playing VR games, I learned that a lot of people have many varying degrees of motion sickness, VR wise. Some people are get incredibly nauseated and cannot at all function inside of a VR shenanigan, and some people get the early stages of dizziness, but then after a while they're fine, they get used to it, and then they're ready to rock. I'm like, holy damn, all these people and so many varying degrees of motion sickness or VR induced motion sickness. It was kind of fun though. I won't lie, it was fun not playing games and instead just kind of showing people how to go and get it going. Because you know, some of those people never played VR stuff before. They never even interacted with an Oculus Rift or a HTC Vive or any sort of VR things. So someone had to be there and explain to them, hey, this is how you put the VR, this is how you put it in, this is how you take it off, this is how you do the things in the game, these are the commands. So now go and break a leg or something. And normally a lot of people would have grown incredibly bored by assisting and teaching people on how to VR, but I had fun. It's kind of coaching people into how to use it. But anyway, how are you doing today, Micanthrope? I don't think I have asked. How's your Monday going so far? Hopefully it's going good. So now here I need to have a black line that goes in there, just for kicks, and all of these go in here alongside with the door. This is the room. Is it the room? What the hell is a chair even? What? Oh, there you are. Chair. And Oni says, you know, that special way. And Nathan says VR is evil, and you also said, Doug, can you use select the whole? Can you choose select the whole character by one, then use shrink, selection options, and paint, then by bucket? It will be much quicker, I think. Sorta. You kinda can. I normally do that. I use the paint bucket to paint characters, except that this time around, since it's a sketch, there's a lot of holes going on. So, for example, here, or rather, let me get this one that is sitting down. If I were to try and color this the way you said, and selecting the outside and then shrinking the selection, let me follow Jason pixel. In this case, it kind of works. There's not a whole lot of holes, but there's always the chance that like there's holes somewhere along the lines, and that's gonna get things straight. Like there's a hole in here for whatever reason. It didn't stop shy of the hole. Oh no, I selected the whole thing. Go figure. But anyway, because of these holes, I don't do this. I go by hand. It's also great practice to practice your stylus control. It doesn't really bother me. But yeah, doing that the way you said would have been faster. These are the curtains. I'm not gonna use them. And this is the potted plant. This one I'm gonna throw in just to make it feel a little bit more lively. This is Nathan 1, this is Nathan 2, this is the couch. Gonna throw all of these things in layers, in folders, that so I can enable and disable them at will. And that so they are all separated into little easy to handle folders. I'm gonna call background. And this layer is nothing apparently. I just created it but didn't use it in the end. Same thing with this one apparently. So these are sketches and this is a very messy layout. So I have the background, the shrink in any one position. He should be above the chair. Should be above everything really. But behind Nathan. Then we have the plant in there, we have the chair in here. The chair I'm gonna make it darker colored. That's so what pops up is the shrink. Then we have the curtains, they can also be darker colored. Minus however many that number is. As for the door, we have the open door and the closed door. This is just a door sketch that I don't need. This is closed door. I'm also going to color it a touch darker, not too much though. Minus 10 should do the trick. Did it change the color though? It didn't. What the hell? Minus 10. There we go. That did the trick. So now we have the background, which I'm gonna darken up as well with minus 25. No, minus 30. Minus goddamn 40. There you go. Now it feels a little bit more, on point. Feels dark enough, but the couch and the foreground is still darker, so we get a good enough idea of what's going on. Also, let's darken this up a little bit more, just so we have a good enough contrast between foreground and background, and live objects, so to speak. So this is our thing. Let's export this into Unity and see how it goes. Hopefully animations will happen. Just as soon as I stretch a little bit. Because drawing is incredibly incredibly tiresome sometimes. And you need to do constant and frequent stretches. Otherwise you're gonna end up hurting yourself, which is not great. So take care of yourselves. Avoid bodily lesions and any sort of pains and aches and well, maladies by stretching beforehand. Whenever possible. Okay. The problem here, the biggest problem really, is saving all these image files. Because the way I was doing this before is kinda hard to explain. Let's do this one by one. Let's first save the background. Not even gonna resize the file. I think there is a good enough way for us to call this BG for background. There's a good enough way for me to go and reduce the size of these files. But the size, I mean the actual resolution. Well, this is gonna be the door underscore closed. This is gonna be the door underscore open. Door underscore open. This is gonna be the curtains. I'm gonna save them, but I don't think I'm gonna even put them in the scene. Just gonna save them just so they kinda exist. Because truly all of this could have been together with the background in a single file. They didn't need to be separated like this. And this is gonna be the chair. The chair. This is gonna be the plant. Yeah, these things such as the plant and whatnot, they don't need to move around. They will be static, so they could have been together in the same layer with the background. Shrink 1. Shrink 2. Shrink 3. Can't see this, but I'm going through that save file screen where I'm renaming files and whatnot. That's what I'm doing here. That window, it doesn't open up here, so you can't see that, but it is happening. Nathan 1. Nathan Chu. And lastly, the couch. And then this file here, that is the background size, is the resolution. That's what I'm gonna call that, which is just a big block of black that is the exact size of the resolution I want it to be, which is 1920 by 1080. Is that size, which means yes, that this canvas is extremely bigger than that. So I'm gonna close that thing, which we don't need. I'm gonna save this, and now I think I'm going to try and open up those individually saved files. If only I can find it here on Clip Studio. Gonna open up a few of them. Why not? Gonna open every single one of them actually. Then I'm gonna erase the transparent pixels all around it and resave the file so it saves on the smaller size. And only you're getting close to 30 wow GBP. Oh my god, that's a lot of GBP. Too bad they don't amount to anything anymore. Are now very useless. Okay, so I can do that. Saving them. It's a little bit awkward though. So what I do is select the outside. Select the outside, reversed selection. Crop transparent pixels. Actually, not even crop transparent pixels. There's no such option here. Oh, look, damn it. And then save over the file. What I do actually is select outside, then crop. I mean, invert the selection and then crop, because it crops to my selection, and my selection is actually what I want it to be, the size of what I wanted it to be. And these are the kind of things that it's good to go and spend some time doing. The sort of slow, manual tasks, because then when I did it once, and I did it in a weird, possibly not very after I did it in a very slow way, so to speak, I can then figure out what of the things I did was not necessary for me to do, which things were in fact necessary for me to do, and which of these many steps I can jump or shorten. Wait, it's not supposed to be anything there. What the hell? Oh, weird. So to speak, in the future then I can... Oh, there's stuff in there. Stuff which I don't want and don't need. But anyway, as I was saying, I can speed up the process once I can figure out what is lagging me and making me waste time. And then it says, who can I pay in GBP to get something good? I'm afraid nobody anymore. GBP is a currency that has been depreciated severely, and it doesn't amount to much anymore. I'm afraid. I don't feel very good, by the way. I don't know what's going on, but I feel kind of bleh. Maybe it's the heat. It's getting to me. Anyway, now it's time for us to be done with Clip Studio for a little while and go into Unity. As soon as it loads, of course, because Unity doesn't load just like that. It takes a while for this thing to load, you know. Such as the woe of Unity. But on the bright side, I'll finally be doing this. I'll finally be doing things. Also, I'm gonna move Unity around. God damn it, Unity! Why do you want to update right now? You don't need to update. You work just fine the way you are. You don't need to change, baby. Don't change. Alright. There we go. Now we have Unity. It's not capturing Unity though. Now it is. Lovely. It's kinda overshooting it though. Why? How weird. Well, anyway, last time around in Unity, I did off stream the happy Ludwig. I just didn't do the entire animating. I mean, I did put him there, but I didn't animate the whole thing, so it's kind of just there. It doesn't do anything. It exists, but that's about it. So now what I'm going to go and do is get this folder called background, then go into the many assets folders in here, show an explorer, and then I'm gonna throw the background folder in here. It's gonna take a while to load. Now it is there. So, like I said, my plan is to have a game object that is the background. Let's throw that in there. So this is the background at 000. That sounds amazing. That is our whole thing. Our game window is actually on a weird size. Free aspect. Damn it. I want it to be the 16 by 9. aspect. Or rather, our fixed resolution, which is 1920 by 1080. That's the resolution I want it to be. 1080. That is the one I wanted to use. Now I have to go and adjust the camera to that little piece of work. Can change that by adjusting our delicious field of view for it to be 30. Is that so? No. 40. 35. No. 30. 40. Actually 37. 5. 8. 9. Actually 30. No. 38 might be good. I just need to move the camera a bit further up. Or down, rather. So we get the actual good cropping that we wanted it to have. 37. 35. Gets too close. 38 gets too far. 37. 36 should be okay. And Oni says, ouchie, no value point, some of your life, no value. Oh, that's not what we meant, Oni, you know that. And Tiger says, no, that ain't true. Oni has value and is a good burner boy. You are, Oni, so don't say you don't have value, you have a lot of value. Everyone wants a delicious little burner boy for themselves. So you're like commodity. You're incredibly rare and incredibly valuable. So don't even think about saying that you're not worth it. Like Demioni. So because I'm not using Ludwig Happy, I haven't set it up. I'm gonna adjust the size by using only Ludwig Neutral, which is not loading properly. Lovely. Actually, let me throw in base at 5, eyes at 6, mount at 6 in the layer order. Because you can hear in the background there's gonna be objects, and who knows where they're gonna go. I have to resize. Fucking hell. Oh damn it. Dog darn it. It's the actual entire character that I have to go and resize. Can I resize the character? I cannot. My dog. How ludicrous. Well, that sucked, doesn't it? It dog damn sucks. Then I'm going to go and reduce Ludwig's size manually until I find a nice enough size that fits. So how about 0.5? Minus 0.5. Actually no, you can just be 0.5. You don't need to be mine, as I'm not gonna try to invert you. And right into the corner you go, you delicious little boy, you. Okay, it's kinda looking weird, looking a little bit quaint and weird as fuck, but it kinda works, I think. Nathan said use this. I tried to use that, Nathan. I just did try to use that. Problem seems to be I cannot resize. I clicked here. It doesn't. I clicked in here. You guys cannot see because there's some stuff there. But I tried to use that option. But when I choose the game object category, I can't do that. I can only do that when I choose like the inner things. So I can't change the size of the base, of the eyes, of the mouth, but not the entire character. I don't know why. Stop flipping them. Okay. I see you do not like Control Z-ing yourself. Well then, shame on you. And Sikoli Plays, hello there, welcome to the stream. How's it going? How are you doing today in this delicious Monday? And what's this? I'm trying to make a visual novel game using Fungus. And so far I'm still trying to get a hang of this engine and of the little I'm trying to implement the little ideas I have into this. Right now I'm trying to get the whole animation part of this whole deal going on. Welcome to the stream, by the way. How are you doing? Hund? Oh boy, this does not work so well at all. So I'm just gonna press play here, that's so I can see if this is working. If it's gonna display the background and stuff. Okay, so the engine is quite smart. It does resize the speech thing automatically to the place to the bottom center of the screen. So adjusting the size and resolution does not impact that. That's good to know. Hello, says Ludwig. Then he shows up there in the corner, introduces himself. It has a little animation which is his eyes blinking and his mouth moving when there is text going on. I also changed the mouth animation that so it looks a little bit that so it doesn't overshoot the text. It always stops right with the text. Why oh yeah, I forgot I have to change all of these together. I can't change one without the other. So I have to add enable this one and do the same edits I've done to the previous one, which is throwing the base number 5, eyes and mouth number, ordering layer 6, because background objects are going to be 0 through 4. So I used minus 0.5, 0.5. That's the size. Location wise though, where in the hell are you, little Ludwig? You're at minus 6. X and Y, you're minus 2.5. That will do. Same with your minus 6. Minus 3.5. There we go. Let's test this again. So you're gonna say hello, you're gonna show up, you're gonna start barking and speaking. My name is Ludwig, blah 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 blah. So the mouth animation is now much shorter. So the way it worked before is that I tried to make a very varied mouth animation, to throw in some variety, that so you couldn't precisely tell so much that the loop was going on, but But to achieve that, I had to make a very long animation, which was like 15 frames long on a 10 frames per second animation. And the problem with that is that if the text stopped, the animation would keep playing until the end. It wouldn't interrupt the animation, which isn't a problem. Except that sometimes, for random reasons, you could finish the text right when the next cycle of the animation is playing, so you're gonna have to watch the whole animation till it ends before the thing resets. But now that the animation is much shorter, like 6 frames long, it's done almost instantly when the text ends. So we get that. Okay, so as we can tell, the character is in place, the animations are still working, the background is there now. What I want to do is try and throwing all of these things into this other script that I have. So the way that Fungus works is that we have a flowchart file, and in this flowchart file, that is where you go and throw in the every single instruction, like this character is gonna show up and say this, say that, and do this, do that. That's all I have to do. And this is just a little example path that I put into text to test the animation and stuff. But I want to go now and change from this little animation here to this down here, which is the actual story of the visual novel that I have been writing. So there's a lot of text going on, and we're gonna be able to test these animations a little bit better now. We have the character Nathan, whose color is black. Sure, why not? Might as well keep it black. Also, I'm gonna rearrange my windows here, that's so I can my windows. That's so I can see Unity better, because my second monitor is ridiculously small and I can't use Unity on a small monitor. So, background. Let's see. So I'm not even gonna bother having all of the animation sprites in here. I'm just gonna go on background, see if there's an animation. There's no animation going on. I'm gonna create a new animation on BG folder. This is gonna be the shrink enters. Actually, let me create a new folder called animations. It's good to separate this. Shrink enters. So this is the animation. Let's keep it at 60 frames per second. Now let's just hide this delicious boy here. That's so it's a touch easier to get this whole thing going on. I'm gonna add in the sprite renderer. I wonder how many sprite renderers I can get going on here. Well, apparently just one. That sucks. Huh. Alright. So for each object I can only have one sprite renderer going on. Is that so? Because that's gonna fuck up my plans tremendously. Unless I have this as a prefab. I don't know if that works quite as well though. Damn it. Well, nonetheless, let's add the things that don't move. Just the plant goes into background. Layer 1. The curtains, the couch, the chair. And that's it. The door. Close. The door is the only thing that's gonna move aside from the shrink himself. God damn you. What's that? And also, hello there, Sam. You said, how are you enjoying making this visual novel, Doug? Are you having fun or something? I am getting entertained. It is something I have never done before, so all of this is new, and being new, it's sort of exciting. It's kinda also really aggravating, because, you know, it's... as fun as it is, should be doing... Wait, the couch should be there. Yes, I have to move the camera a little bit. As fun as it is to be doing all sorts of, you know, things and... Yes, I can change the field of view to 37, in 38. Oh, I can actually go with 38. 39 even. Can I go with 40? Oh sure, 40 seems to be good. Again, you can get to see a lot of stuff then. And if I were to show the characters, where would they show up? Seems okay. And yeah, it is interesting because I'm getting to do all this stuff I never done before. So it's quite daunting in a way. It's also very entertaining to try and figure stuff out. Also, like I have said before, playing with Unity is a thing I have wanted to do for a while too. Kinda get to learn how Unity works, and then in the future perhaps even go and make games in it, but in a more professional sort of level, not just get together with friends and say, hey, let's do a game. I never did any of this before, but I'm sure we can make it. I wanted to be able to go and do something a little bit more, you know, more, oh, kind of like something that you can look at and say, wow, this is actually quite good, quite well done. Okay, so the room is there. It's god damn it. Gonna add the shrink already because here's the moving object we're gonna have. It's gonna be 4. It's not gonna be showing up though. It's gonna have Alpha 0. It's a transparent little boy. This is the background. So yeah, I should have put all of this thing, like the curtain, the chair, the flower, the potted plant, the couch here and on top. Maybe the couch is actually good. That the couch is it's an object of its own, but everything else should have been together, coupled together on the same picture file. There's no reason for them to be separate files, separate objects. Okay, let's go back to the animation of the background. God damn it! It had a background. It had an animation going on. What happened? So the shrink enters animation. What the hell is going on with it? I think this animation fucked up a little bit because I don't know. It just did. Let's delete this. Maybe now because there's new objects inside of the thing, it's very confusing and it's like, what is going on? Shrink, enter. Oh, okay, now I can throw in sprite renderers for every single layer. So the only things that are gonna change is the door. I'm gonna add a sprite renderer for it, and then for the shrink himself, sprite renderer for it. Maybe even is active. Can I add that? Oh, okay. So now, instead of having it alphaed, you can have it disabled. So off with you, keyframes. God fucking damn it. Add property is active. No, it is. No, it ain't. No, it ain't not. Let's delete this. Keyframes at the end. Change the samples to 10. And now let's start animating. Lovely. And Sammy never left. And only says, I just want to blow your GBP on one thing, one whole epic thing you can use, even as a profile picture on Discord. And Nathan says, Unity is like playing a sandbox. A lot of fun, but a lot of work too. But you can build whatever you want, not only things the game lets you. And then it says, I don't know, it's what Doug thinks is an epic. Doug is like a loot box. You don't know what's epic until he tells you. Maybe. That is a good analogy. And Sam says, well, that's true. He's full of nice things and surprises. I'm not really. Okay, so animation-wise, so the scene is gonna be like that until I trigger this animation. So until then, there's no animation playing, so it's gonna be still, which is everything the way it is. With the shrink deactivated. And then the shrink enters. So let's animate this bad boy here. Wait, what? What's going on? Oh, you have decided to zoom out. Time scrubber. Okay, so panel number 1. Actually, can I add sounds in here? I don't know if I can. Let me get a random sound here. This effects download. Let me see if I can find a sound of doors opening that I can throw in here. A door. Antique car idling with door opens and closes. Boy, is this a horrible search systems. Da, 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 da. Close interior wood door. It's not amazing, but it kind of works. Oh, please log in to download the MP3. Really? Are you shitting me? There's so many sound effect sites out there. I must have had like log in 5 of them, of those little suckers. Front door, front opening a WAV. Wooden door, open, close. Opening door. That is not the sound of a door opening. Boy, the hell kind of noises are these that they have? Nathan says you can add animation here. I know. I know about that. Adding new animations. But right now I'm looking for a sound that I can throw in. Just as a test. You know what? Maybe I do have a login on this site here. Scrappy ass site. Maybe I don't. Fuck. My mail, my possible password. Remember me? Hell yeah. Lovely game. What about this password then? Oh, nice. Wait, did it go? I don't know that it did go. Oh, it didn't go. Oh then. How lovely. Windows, shut up. Perhaps I don't. Yes, I don't have a login for this site. Oh, fuck it. I'll find another site. With much better audio. Can I throw in the word office? Office door open. Office door closing. So many sounds though. Can I? Hell. Weird ass noises these are. And Nathan, you said that you can make your own sounds by your phone. Yes, I know, but I don't want to. Okay, fuck it. I'm gonna get this sound here. How do I download you? Apparently by clicking the download me button. Okay, that's easy. Now let's try to throw that into Unity. Can I... where do I throw in noises even? Let's make a little folder called SFX for sound effects. Let's throw this file in there. Now let's see if I can throw this file into the animation. No, I cannot. Fuck me. Why in the world did I think I could throw in sounds into shit? Can I throw it into the wait, what? Audio source. Oh boy. This is a property I can add. Yes, it is. Oh, look at that. What? Huh. Okay, so maybe I will add this audio source instead of into the background itself. I'll add it into the door closed. I did not know that this is how you add sounds to shit on Unity, but sure. Doors closed, audio source. Play is not here. Why is there not a simple play button for audio sources? Oh no. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is play on Wake, because fact I know how I'll make this thing play, but you're disabled. There you go. Audio property, door closed, audio source enabled. That is a false. It will be enabled, but currently you are not. Alright, now we can start animating. Alright, let's see if and how this works. 19 said that you can mix your own sounds by your phone, and Trash Child says, yo, hello there, Trash Child. Welcome to the stream, how you doing? And Nathan said audio use different components and animation, so you need to implement these in other places. Yes, that's the thing. I don't know how any of this works. That's why I said I was doing this. I'm trying to test out this whole system and see what goes and what doesn't. Okay, so 2 frames will pass. Door sprite will change into the other door sprite, which is the door open. Oh fuck. And it should also move. What do you know? Keyframe you. Transform. Wait. Door closed. Transform. Position. So for the duration of these a little animation, you're gonna have the 0 for your touch. Then have this position there. Minus 0.9. Horizontal wise 9, actually 8.5? No, 8.9 and 0.85 minus 0.85. That should do it. Keyframe that bitch, and we have it. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, it's gonna try and hum. Okay, this does not look good at all. Wow, it looks so bad. So fucking bad. Because it moves. It is very 1 frame space here. It's moving, it's trying to move. So the idea I had does not work. Unless I do something else. Nathan, you said just press recording and just move object. It should add the position change automatically. I mean, yeah, but it's not a thing in you. Alright. Door closed. Now you're gonna be door open. And you're gonna be there a little bit further now. And your sound is gonna play because you're enabled. Haha. Look at that. Our record is over. But yeah, it still twins the animation. Maybe I can disable the tweening curves? Oh, twinning. This is by the way, the close position is the gray line. What the hell is that gray line? Door closed position. I guess it's like, yeah, red for horizontal position. No chewing for you. Chewing is a word, by the way, of it's a term that it tries to interpolate and create frames in between. So you just place the first frame, the last frame, and the frames in between. It tries to fill those in automatically. That is the chewing. Apparently, I think I can disable it. Oh boy! All right, maybe I can tween out the vertical movement, same way I did the other movement. By disabling that tween, it just kind of goes bam. It opens. Not very not very gentle. There's not even a fade that I can throw in. It just kind of goes bam, it's open. And I also enable the audio source. I kind of want to throw in a fade effect, but the only way I know of doing that is by enabling. So here I'm gonna enable this game object, but it's gonna be alpha 0. Then they're gonna have like 4, 1, 2, 3 frames to get your alpha back to what color, I guess. Let's see if this is it. Get your color in alpha into 100. No, that's not it. A color. It is alpha then, I guess. Because it is alpha, I just don't know which one of these many alphas it is. There's material alpha text, HDR, SD, and texel size. I don't know which one is that. Oh, maybe it's this color. Maybe that's it. Ah, there we go. Where is it? Red renderer color. In this one it changes the alpha to full and keyframe. This one. Yes, there we go. Haha. Lovely. Let's just add a general keyframe all the way over here for everything, because I just want to make sure that the animation is kind of a little bit longer. So the door opens, he shows up, and I guess it does like 2 lines of text, and then we have the other animation, which is him closing the door and walking around. So you can divide these animations in 2 instead of him just showing up, entering the room, closing the door, walking to the desk. We can have this animation divided in 2. That's so it feels a little bit more, you know, a little bit more alive. And Nathan says, why you use this empty second frame? Just because the frame rate is too low. So between one frame and the other is already it's not too much time. I mean, I don't know. I just throwing empty frame rates to make the animation a little bit longer. And Nathan says, press record and make changes. It will add out properties automatically. Really? Even if I don't have them going on? Okay, that's good to know. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks for the hint. So, okay, let's delete these keyframes, and the end here is just the way it should be. The audio is kind of wonky because it's gonna play the whole thing, and then fuck it. The animation is kind of out of place. So this animation here is shrink enters. It won't loop. It's a single play animation. It will play only once. Now let's go to the animator. From entry, it should actually, never mind. We don't even need the still animation. It goes to shrink enters only when an event is called. Don't know how to make that happen though. Let's just hit play and see if this animation plays instantly or not. Yeah, it plays instantly, and the sound did not play. That's not what I wanted. I want this animation to only play when I call it. Otherwise, I don't have a whole lot of control over this, and that is very bad. Okay, so we will have the animation called still. Oh, it's already there. Great, let's replace it. Still is nothing. Nothing's going on, nothing is happening, it is still. So from entry you will go to still. From still you will go to shrink enters when I tell you to. But I cannot delete this default state that comes by default. Solo? I don't know what that means. Let's see if it plays now. It does! Lovely. It shouldn't be playing. How do I change this? I need you from entry. Yes, default state is still. Great. So you go into still and you only go into this. It has no exit time. It's, well, whatever the duration is. The transition is instant, it only plays when there is a condition that is met. The condition is the trigger shrink enters. When the shrink enter trigger is triggered, it will play this animation. Let's see if it still auto plays it. No, it does not. Great. I just need to learn how to trigger this little animation. And Nathan says, if you do not know where you can find properties, the recording is a good way to learn what it is. And then he says, hello Nathan boy, it is I, your daddy therapist Ludwig. There's no umlauts on Ludwig, I don't think. Or is there? Is there umlauts now, Oni? Is that a change you made? And Nathan said you can change still as default. Press mouse on this box. Okay, I need to use fungus to trigger this. Yeah, I wonder if I can, if there's a triggers thing. Okay, so let's try and adding there, in between those two, a animation set animation trigger. The animator we are gonna be doing is the background animator. String value is shrink enter. Is that the name of it? I forgot. Enters with an S in the end. Alright. It should have been in that list, I feel. It isn't though. Anywho, okay, thingy, you're gonna be in none, you're gonna be the game start. We're gonna have a few lines of dialogue before the game starts proper. When it does, we should be seeing a little animation playing. Sigh, I mind, blah 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 blah. Okay, so now it should trigger that thing and play the animation. Oh, okay, it triggers and plays the animation, but it doesn't wait until the animation is done playing for the text to show up. So, can I do that? Can I make it wait for the animation to be done? No, I cannot. Alright, I cannot put in a little weight there. And as far as little fungus and functions and things go, oh wait, I can add in a little weight. Okay, you will wait. 2 seconds, because that is how long I'm gonna try and make this animation be. Okay, back into the animator. The background on the scene. Okay, so the shrink enters animation. It's not gonna loop. According to this, it's it doesn't tell the duration. Length is 0.6. So does that mean 60% of 1 second? Because if that's so, dogdammit, do I need to make this thing here this thing here last? I guess we don't need to actually have the animation be 2 whole seconds. We just need to make it happen, take a while for it to happen, and then blah. Alright, so this is the animation. Why can't I play it? Oh, I can. Okay, so maybe the door changes and then. Alright, the door opens, then the shrink appears. I kinda wanted for this thing here to have a fade. But for the door to have a fade, I cannot use the sprite renderer. They changed the door sprite. I would need to have two. I would need to have two separate door sprites and then hide one and show the other. Both doors are 1 in thingy. By thingy I mean by position. Okay, so this is the door. Your alpha is nil. Haha. Oh, let's try and get this. Shit. Let's try and get this animation going. I will need to change on your position now. Audio source. What is this? Okay, so to begin with, it is play on awake. Wait, what the hell are you doing? Alright, so here we are. Let's go to frame number 3. That's like Nathan said. Record. What are we going to record? We're going to record door closed, fading. Door open, fading in. And in door closed, we're going to play the audio source. We're going to enable that component. And those are the things that are going to happen. Okay, that should do it. So how does it play now? Well, it still looks kind of crappy. All the action happens too fast. Can't even see it happening, and the audio is not playing. So, the hell is wrong with that? Okay, so now you have this weird fade effect on the door, but I think the animation plays a whole lot smoother now. And I like how it's playing now. Play much better. Oh damn it! I didn't mean for the game to stop. But anyway, we can test it. I'm minded blah 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 blah. Okay, now it shows up. He shows up after the whole animation plays. Once we have some actual sounds, this is gonna look much better. But I don't know how to get sounds to work. Okay, so second possibility. This is a property I don't need, and I don't need to have sound in there. I can probably play sounds with fungus. I don't need to play sounds on the game components and objects. I can use fungus to play sounds. Also, I totally forgot to add poor young Nathan here into the background. Oh no. Actually, he should be layer 10. The couch should be layer order 10. Nathan should be layer order 9. Both of them. So apparently if I want, you're also gonna be number 9. Actually no, wait, this one here should be a little bit higher. If I want to have multiple cool fade animations going on, all of them objects have to be there. But they need to have their fade, their alphas set to 0, and then manually change this. So okay, animating isn't gonna be as hard because thanks to the record button, but they're gonna be lengthy to do because I have to manually go and do all of those things by myself. So that's a lot of work, but we're doing progress. I can see progress happening, and I hope you guys can see some progress happening as well. Because dog damn, progress is being super duper slow, but it's happening. It's dog damn happening. And Nathan, you said that it looks nice, and Oni, you added a quote. And sounds sinful, so you had to quote it. I mean, sure, why not? Alright, so... yeah, let's add another animation here. So, for as long as the door takes to open is also when this Nathan here is gonna be getting alpha zeroed, and this other Nathan here is gonna get alpha 100. I wonder if that shows up in here. Okay. So this is the little animation. He stands up a little straighter as he opens the door. As he hears the door opening. Actually, he is doing that. Could have happened at different moments when the door is actually after the door has opened. Wait, what? No, you're happening too fast. Too fast. Okay, so the door opens, then he stands up, then the shrink shows up as a sketch itself. Okay, we have one animation. Shrink enters animation is donezo, everyone. Alright, congratulations to me, I did it. Okay, then shrink sits. That's a new animation. Let's get that one going on. Let's go to the animator. From shrink enters to shrink sit. We need to have an exit time. No. Fixed duration. No. Transition length. And we need a condition for that to happen. And the new trigger is going to be shrink sits. Let's throw that trigger in here in our trigger list. That's what's going to trigger this animation here. Back into the flowchart, we're going to have here we're gonna have the same set of events, except that here instead of being the shrink enters, it's gonna be the shrink sits. So what I did here is I copied and pasted these two actions, which is to trigger, just set the animation trigger, and then to wait 2 seconds. I will change the time depending on how long this animation here takes. So I'm just gonna default and put in 5 seconds. Oh yeah, another thing I forgot. I should get back here on on Fungus and play the sound. Oh yeah, I possibly totally can go and play sounds here on through Fungus. Problem is I cannot synchronize them with the animation, so it's gonna be completely kind of offset probably. So we're gonna play sound. Sound clip is gonna be... Whoa, there's so many sounds in here already. Where is that sound? There we go. Okay. So we're gonna play that sound. It's not gonna wait until it's finished. It's just gonna go and play. So I will have to do a whole lot of testing to see how long this sound takes to play, and then I will have to go and manually change the sound file for it to fit the animation, and so it's actually better that the animation are fragmented into pieces instead of being one single full animation that just goes. It's best that it's a small set of little animations. Okay, so we have the shrink enters and the shrink sits. Should be at the same state as the other one ends. So it should start with this item here transparent, one item here totally visible, shrink visible, door closed visible, door open totally visible, in its right place. Shrink 1, you should also be enabled. The hell you're doing being over there unenabled? Dog damn you. Dog damn you. So this is the first frame. So it's gonna take 3 frames. How much is that? 1/3 of a second for us to do a little somethings. Okay, let's start recording. So shrink 1, you're gonna get alpha zeroed. Shrink 2, we're all the way over there. You're gonna now come all the way over here. Ordering layer 4, and you're transparent. You shouldn't be. You should be visible. You're gonna be there. Then 3 frames in, you're gonna disappear. Oh no. Shrink number 3, you're gonna appear in front, please. God damn you. Gonna appear over here. Maybe scale it up a little bit. Three more frames. And now it's time you get back to being invisible. Shrink 2 gets to be visible. Gets to be here, all the way over here though. A little bit bigger. Because we kind of go growing up as you walk around. Then 3 more frames. And you go invisible. And shrink 4 goes visible. And is in here. Alright, so this whole thing should have taken 1.5 seconds should happen. That is probably 2 too fast, so I'm gonna go and fine-tune this animation speed now. I'm gonna give it a test plate and see how it goes. And Oni says you're so sketchy, and Doug gets mad when you sketch a lot when doing art because it devalues the work. Yes, I do get mad when you sketch a lot because it does not looks quite nice. It looks very jumbled. Making a clean sketch is an art, Oni, and you should try and learn how to do it. Sam says, I don't think that's how it works, Oni. It's almost time to say our farewells. Is it? What? I will miss passing time on the streams. I hope you come back someday with the old schedule. When that happens, I'll try and cheer you up the best I can from the chat. Yes, Sam. I don't know when, but starting one of these days in this week, I'm gonna go back to the old schedule. I guess that tomorrow might work. So starting tomorrow, randomly, starting tomorrow, I'm gonna start going back to streaming. To start streaming at 9 in the morning here. So that's 4 hours earlier than what I used to stream before. And what that means is that well, it just means that I'm gonna change my streaming time because daylight savings are over, which means I can get back to streaming early and it's not gonna be too early for all of you. And Nathan, you said, can you use and play animation, then wait action to find right moment, then play sound action? Possibly, yeah, possibly I can do that. Yes, I think you're right, Nathan. I can do that. And this way you can hit right moment for sound, but its fungus lets you play one action over other action, or needs to finish animation then play next action. Apparently it goes playing stuff unless it's a string of text that says that it's waiting for a click, then it doesn't go to the next actions because it's always waiting for a click. But certain things such as animations and whatnot, it doesn't give you that option to wait for a click or to wait for it to finish. That gets kind of spotty there. And Sammy will work hard to use the council room during your breaks, and you'll be able to see a little bit of the streams. Sure thing, Sam. But like I said, try not to make too much of a fuss about it. You should be focusing on school first and foremost. So try and get that going on. Pay attention to school. If by any chance you do have the free time, then sure, feel free to join us, but don't put the stream on top of anything else going on over there, okay? And then you'll say, so Dogo boy, how does your premium art looks? What do you mean, Oni? Let's see how fast is animation in your place. Oh boy. Yeah, this is sucky, super duper sucky. So shrink tree by default you're kind of all over the place and in the wrong layer place even. So this is a little problem with animating in this way. Wait. I said to wait. But the problem with all of these is that they're layer 0, and the animation always thinks it's like This is position, scale, this here, what is this? Layer 0 to layer 4, I think that's what it is. We can delete these properties. Delete these properties, true. Delete those properties, true. Because they should always be in the fourth. Oh, I guess I fucked something up there. Alright, let's try this again. Let's record. So you shrink 1, you're gonna be getting transparent. Whereas shrink number 2 is gonna be here. And he's gonna be visible AF. Wait, what? Oh, but wait, it's not in the right layer. God damn him. I guess there's a better way to do this. Let's stop recording. Let's get all of those delicious shrinks, put them all to 0. Delete these properties that are being changed in real time. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and you choose get to be zeroed. So when so they're all there. What's gonna move is the shrink 1, which is gonna move all of them together, and they're just gonna keep changing opacities and the alphas. Wait, what the hell? Shouldn't at the very beginning shrink be visible? It should be visible. That's the way it is. Okay, so let's go to the 5th frame and let's try this again. Gotta start flipping Daniel. Yes, we're gonna move here, shrink. You're gonna get invisible. Shrink 2 is gonna get visible though. However, he has moved all the way over fucking there. What the flipping hell? Why would you do that to me? Okay, can we try this again now? So now you are visible. Great. Okay, moving to the future. 5 more frames. Now you move here. Here. Shrink 2 gets to be visible. Shrink 3 gets to be visible. Great. And he also gets to grow up a little bit. Five more frames and we're all moving here. Shrink 3 gets invisible. Shrink 2, however, gets visible. And a touch bigger. Just a touch. Enough to kinda. Oh no, you're not the one that moves. I forgot about that. All about that. So shrink 1 that moves. No one else moves. There we go. And you're moving. Shrink 2. Scale you up a little bit. but I don't get your move. And then 5 more frames and you get to become invisible. However, now Shrink 4 gets to become invisible. But as it happens, you'll fit nicely in there. So minus 2.15 and why is this minus 2.21? Minus 2.21. Okay. Wait. Oh no. You have opacity 0 all the way over there. Your opacity is gonna keep on being 0 until you get there. Okay, this is kinda not how I imagined this to go, but let's see. This is in action now. Stop recording and play. Yes, it looks very shitty. So you know what is it time for? It's time. Whoa! It's time to. Fuck. It's time to mess with the curves. Oh no. Oh no. This is bad. This is very, very bad. Okay, so I think that the way I can make this look slightly nice is if I remove the twins, like I explained before, both vertical and horizontal. What is this little piece of movement that we have going on here? I don't understand what's going on here, if like repeating the movement and whatnot. I guess it is. Alright, let's hope that this works best now. Because now the movement is now a stop frame. Maybe I can lengthen this animation a bit because it feels like it goes by too fast. Like extremely fast. So one something, I guess 1 second for each part of the animation should do it. No, it's definitely not a second, but it's 1 unit of time, I suppose. And another thing I don't like here is the fade. The fade is also kinda screwing this whole thing up. So I'm gonna remove the fade as well. Gonna have it on a very non-fade kind of deal. I just have to remember how does the fade goes. It's in color, but we don't have that option here. So could it be this? Possibly is. There's not a whole lot of options in here. Let's get these renderers that are very binary numbers, and take out the fade of them. And that should work. So we don't have curves anymore. All we have now is very straight lines, very straight boring lines. Oh wait, now I have a little scale going on there. Ooh, I see a thing I can do here. Here in 4 I can which one is that? Shrink 2, I can alpha him 0 and get back to shrink 1 and put him in alpha that one. Move him, just him a little bit over there. And also scale him -1, which means he rotates around. Scale him up as well. Just as a sprite. I hope it resizes just that sprite. No, he fucked everything up. Shit. Darn it. Oh, fuck. Can I just delete these here and everything will revert? Yes, everything reverted. That's good. Okay, so you show up, you show off, and you move a little bit to here. But that kinda screws up every other thing, doesn't it? I don't know. Anyway, what I need now is to remove all these curves. Can have no curves in here. Ain't this fun, by the way? So normally, these animation programs, I don't know if you're gonna stretch and call Unity an animation program. Theoretically it isn't, but it does serve animation purposes, so you can animate with it. So you can say almost sure that Unity is an animation program. God damn it. And normally animation programs have an innate option that allows you to disable this training. Like, hey, you don't want automatic training to happen? We can remove those for you. We don't even add them to begin with. So that's cool. I don't know if Unity has that though. There must be a hidden option somewhere that allows me to enable or disable automatic training. on? This is the end of the animation. So he goes, he does his little steps. Then, oh god fucking damn you. Okay, so you decided that this was an amazing time to show up and become invisible, didn't you? But of course you did. Okay, that should do it. So you would go there, then you simply pop in place, and that's it. Okay, now we have an animation. Go to the first thing. Peh, 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 peh. Okay, the scales are all off. This character is definitely ridiculously smaller in certain frames than he is in others. That is a thing I have to fix. But look at that. Look at freaking fucking that. He goes, he shows up and he sits down. Like, lovely. Incredibly lovely. I dug them. And of course, there's more polishing I could do on the animation to make it feel a little bit more credible, but fucking damn it, there's so much. But anyway, we have it. The animation is done. We go and play the shrink enters. Then there's a couple lines of text. Then we play shrink sits. So this is the thing. The game starts, Nathan talks a bunch, and then the shrink shows up. What? Oh yeah. The game has to begin with everyone set to invisible. Forgot all about that. So we start every character set to invisible, and he says that the little rascal. Speaking of which, I should also add a little character script up. Add this component to this boy over here. How do I do that? Oh damn it. Add component. How do I copy a component? Oh damn it. Paste? No. It's not it. Oh boy. Paste component as new. There we go. Great. There are a few things missing on this Ludwig Happy because I haven't done him yet. And Anya says, "I'll DM it, but don't put it on stream." And Sam says, "It's during a break between classes and lasts about half an hour that you can go there and do whatever you want. But to do that, you have to be there a little bit before the break, and the only way to do that is through effort on the class." I see. And Nathan said that this looks pretty nice. Why, thank you. It took me forever, but I guess I'm getting the hang of Unity. It's kind of crazy, but we're getting there. And Anya says, "Curve, so small. You're such a small boy, a good small boy. So small, big boys wanna sin this small boy." Oh my dog. Oni, don't let other boys sing on the other boys sing you. So Ludwig is gonna be the one that says these lines. And he's gonna be like, here, he's gonna show up. So we're gonna set a new sprite. Fade sprite. Sprite that we're gonna fade is Ludwig neutral, because why not? Haha. It's gonna show up and it's gonna start to talk. Oh yeah, this is where we do crazy shit. We do the scripting call method. The target is whichever Ludwig is speaking. The method name is in the script, which I don't know. The method name is... where is it? I don't know how to read scripts, by the way. Start mouth and stop mouth. Okay, these are the methods. So I'm gonna start the method start mouth. Great. Then as soon as that line is done, I'm gonna throw in the method stop mouth. And to make sure things work, I have to also go and add a, what's it called, narrative save block. The same person who said the last line, so Ludwig, whichever. And wait for click, but the previous one doesn't have wait for click, that so it shows this one. As soon as it finishes loading this one up, it moves to the next action, which is the stop mouse, so it stops the animation from playing. Then it goes through here, which is just to finish the rest of the previous one. So expand previous, there we go. Then it expands the previous one, and that's it. So pretty much every single line of text is going to have all this three thing here: the call method to start mouth, then the line of text, then the stop mouth, then the extension. So what I'm going to do is manually move each and every one of these into place, and also toggle the wait for click. So this is going to be the most annoying part of this whole thing, which is writing the script and then throwing it in here. And when I throw the script in here, I have to go back line by line and put these methods before and ahead of it. And when I want to change expressions, I have to go back and use this fade sprites, so I can toggle off on and off sprites, like, okay, so now you're not happy anymore, now you're angry, and so on and on and on. so I can play only the expressions I wanted to. And I'm not gonna throw everything here, just enough. For us to have a little demo that we can work with. Then it goes to this little block here. Wait, is that the same line? You have... okay, that is the same line. Why do I have the same line? I shouldn't have that. So all of these blocks here, they can go away. Okay, bye. Then we go from this block here, which is the beginning block, to the next block with new little text. So because of how many scripts I'm gonna have to add to get the functions to work, having the whole game segment divided in many blocks might make it easier. On me. Because then I can just work with little blocks like this instead of working with a complete book filled with script lines and then all these little commands and stuff. So it doesn't get too crazy on me. So I'm not gonna bother with these two other blocks for right now. I'm just gonna test the game here. Whoa, there's so much elements on the screen. I'm gonna test the thing here, see if it works. See, wait, what? Oh no, oh fuck no. I incredibly fucked up. God fucking damn it. Oh, there you go. .5. So what I had decided is that you are 5 and 2 of you are 6s. And you're gonna be all the way here in the corner. So when people see you in game, you look like you fit. So -6.5, -2, -6.5, -2. Same thing here. -6.5. -2. Wait, what? What the hell? What? So Ludwig neutral is higher up for some reason. Oh, I guess that the base and the things inside, the components inside must have shifted Oh, they have not. What? Alright, time to hide components and examine them one by one. -2. Alright. Okay, I guess I mistyped then. Alright, now we have something going on. Background is okay. Why would you do this to me? Dog flipping Daniel. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, are we back? I think we're back. It would seem like we are back. So I am going to go ahead and assume that we are indeed back. Weird disconnection problems though. They happen even when you don't want them to happen. Like them disconnections. And Samuel asked what happened. I don't know. Apparently I just suffered a disconnection from Twitch, which is crazy, but nonetheless we are back, so no worries. What I was doing here is testing the game. I put in text. I put in a shitload of text. I set up all the animations, all the scripts, all the things, so it should work. Let's test and see how well this thing plays. Sigh, says Nathan. Can I maximize it? What does maximize mean? That means nothing. I don't think I can make this window any bigger. This is as big as it can get. Unless I reduce the size of the inspector. But anyway, I don't think I can make this incredibly large. So you guys will have to content yourself with this resolution we have going on here. Sigh, says Nathan. I am mindlessly unsheathing my thumb's claw, in and out, again and again. It is the best I can do to avoid tapping my feet on the floor. Ludwig has called my attention to how much I do that, along as to how I keep twitching my nose, and most of all, how I keep unsheathing my claws, over and over. Even after all this time, I still feel oppressed coming here, telling him these things. Come on, Nathan, you're seeing a shrink to get better. Telling him stuff and coming here are part of the deal. Yeah, but still doesn't make it any easier doing it, you know. Great. Now having a mental conversation with myself again. Guess I really need this. Sorry about that. Now I can begin, says Ludwig. Haha, look at him. Come on, I can do this. He's here to help, not to judge. Then he walks. This is where we're gonna play some footstep sounds. Fuck. Okay, I guess I forget to untrigger the loop in this animation here. Hum. So which animation is this? It's the shrink sits, it doesn't loops. And Nathan said they have loop animations. Yes, I guess that's how we made them. There might be an easier, better way to do them, but I'm not 100% sure which it is. I guess if I go here on neutral and have mouth still, eyes still, and trigger them to not loop anymore, I guess they still work, but they don't look as crazy anymore. It's mouth and eyes still. And serious, same. Still doesn't loops. Mouth still doesn't loop. Hopefully that doesn't break the animation. And Nathan says, should Ludwig close the door? He does. He does. He shouldn't. Yeah, you're right. I forgot to do that. God damn it. I have such a dog awful memory. Shrink sits, so the door is open, and in 5 units of time, whatever the unit of time that is, we're gonna have the door closed. So door open fades out, and door closed fades in. There you go. And that's it. That can be a fade. I don't mind that being a fade. Character movement though, that one I want to be very that one I want it to be the walking. I want that to be kinda stiff. Makes it better. Okay, back he is. Nathan goes and says all those things he said before again. Ah, sorry about that. Now we can begin. Come on, I can do this. He's here to help, not to judge. Then we're gonna have the footsteps noise, then the sitting on couch sound, and then he shows up there in the corner. Look at that, how lovely he looks. Welcome back, Nathan. It is our last session today. I think I want to change here is get him to show on top of the couch. So for that we're gonna have to put him ordering layer 15. And everything else 16, mouse 16. This is not gonna commit this change that I'm doing. But it's gonna look good because now he is truly on the foreground. Wait, no he isn't. What the fuck? Background couch stand. What? Why is he on? What? Why is he behind the couch? Wait, what? Is this because this one should be higher than that? 15? Oh, is it neutral? I'm editing the wrong one, sorry. So you're 15. There we go. Eyes can go and be 16, mouth can go and be 16. Alright, now he shows on top of the couch, so it doesn't look like he's inserted in the background. He's now on the foreground, so you can see him. Welcome back, Nathan. It is our last session today. It's been what? A bit more than 8 months since we've begun, since the first time you showed here. You are completely different to the Nathan that's here today. Much more anxious, less in touch with your feelings, still a bit quiet, but that's a different matter altogether. So, Nathan, how do you feel after these many months of coming here? Well, and then Nathan goes and talks. I suppose I feel better, definitely better than before. I also feel a bit more in control, you know. Like as if I was finally making choices for myself, in a way. Does that make sense? Of course it does. Being in control of yourself is a part of a good mental health. Wait, here the speech thingy didn't work. Which line was that? Wait. I forgot to untoggle the wait for click on that one. Maybe I'll have to go back and do that outside of the thing. But anyway. Being in control of yourself is part of a good mental health. It doesn't come easy, nor is it constant. But I am glad you feel that way. Proud even. Proud? What? Really? So Nathan, as you know, we had a set number of sessions scheduled for the both of us. Unfortunately, as you well know, we had some schedule problems and had to keep postponing our appointments. And in a weird set of events, we ended having a bit more than a month in between our last session and this one. I hope you can forgive me for that. It was very unprofessional. However, despite that, you will have a lot to fill me in on what happened with you these past few weeks. Have you done any of the homework we discussed? Okay. Here I've also forgot to toggle the wait for click thing. Have you gone out for walks, like I said? No, not at all. I mean, I went out, but not purposefully on walks, just for the sake of it. I don't think he'll consider those, though. And then you have a choice to make. I have some days and I haven't made the choice to go out on walks. And only you're barking, you're singing the song of your people to me. Oh my dog, such an honor to hear the song of your people. What have I done to deserve all these many barks? And Nathan says you're now sure you can make changes on play mode. You think this will be reset when you stop play mode? Yes, the changes that I make in play mode, they do not commit, they reset once I'm out of play mode. They're kind of like test mode. So I'll have to go and change those afterwards. So right now I'm just letting this play out and see where I'm getting stuff wrong. I'm pretty much beta alpha testing to see if things work. And then I'll go back and change those. But thus far, everything seems to be working out. But anyway, I have written as far as these changes, so which one do you guys want me to click? Have Nathan gone out for walks? Or has he not gone out for walks? So this is the part up until where I have gone and did the little scripting, where I have putting the character movement and the characters' faces up until this choice. So from now on, whichever choice we make, the speech is not gonna be animated. There's not a whole lot gonna be happening. There's just gonna be text on the screen. But thus far, I think we have achieved something great here. We have managed to get background animations happening just the way I had envisioned them. Maybe they're not playing as good as I expected, but mostly because the illustrations are not good. They're kind of flawed. The pictures themselves. I don't know if the camera angle is the best one for this. It is kind of weird. I'll admit. But thus far, I am liking what I am really liking what I'm seeing, and I think we have the potential to go on, make more scenes, polish it up, and get everything going, and eventually, eventually publish a short demo and put it on Patreon. And let people see how things are shaping up and how things are looking. But thus far, we have gone and done a lot, and boy, it is actually quite impressive. I thought for sure there was gonna be some sort of problem or a gigantic hindrance that I would not be able to solve, and that would completely break everything, and some other issue that would be like, well, I can't do this, I can't do that, and that would be kind of a big dead end on production, and I would have to look outside for resources. But as far as I have looked, it seems like I can do everything here. The only problem that I have had thus far is with the sounds. Apparently I can't have the sound play on the animation itself. The sound plays on I have to play sounds on Fungus, which kind of sucks because Fungus does not expect you to go and animate and animate sprites like this and have sound playing elsewhere. I think that Fungus expects sounds to play on. If you're gonna play sounds using Fungus, you're gonna play sounds using Fungus as actions. So if I can find a way to play sounds on the animation itself, then I guess I can make much better animations, like with more accurate playing sounds, so that they don't play kind of randomly. And